Where can you sip coffee in a thousand-year-old bazaar, then cross a bridge and be in another continent? Where ancient empires whisper beneath your feet and modern politics ripple across the world. Welcome to Turkey, a country suspended between tradition and transformation. From the domes of Hagia Sophia to underground cities carved into stone. From modern rooftop bars to the silent power of family dinners. This is Turkey, fierce, flavorful, and full of paradoxes. But beyond the headlines, what's daily life like for the 85 million who call home? Straddling two continents, Turkey is more than a bridge between East and West. It's the front line of culture, religion, and politics. It borders Greece and Bulgaria to the west, Syria and Iraq to the south, and Armenia, Iran, and the Caucasus to the east. A NATO member with dreams of EU integration, yet a spiritual sibling to nations like Pakistan, Azerbaijan, and Saudi Arabia. Its political capital is Ankara, but its soul, its heart, its pulse will always be Istanbul, a city of 16 million where Roman ruins and Ottoman palaces sit across the street from Starbucks and skyscrapers. Turkey is officially a secular republic, founded in 1923 by Mustafa Kemal Ataturk. But Islam lives in its rhythms, its greetings, its architecture, and its fasting seasons. This is a place where even identity is fluid. Ask a Turk where they're from, and you'll hear. My father's family is from Macedonia. My mother's from Kurdistan. I was born in Bursa, but my heart lives in Istanbul. This is Turkey. Many voices, one spirit. To truly understand Turkey, start with a morning. In the city, alarm clocks buzz, metro cars rattle, women in heels and men in suits grab simit, a sesame-covered bread ring from street carts. Tea is served in glass cups shaped like tulips, never mugs. Always hot, always refilled. In the countryside, the day begins with the rooster's cry and the call to prayer echoing across olive groves and stony hills. Families gather around large trays on the floor. Homemade cheeses, fresh tomatoes, olives, boiled eggs, and black tea, form the quiet start of a hardworking day. In rural towns, donkeys still carry goods through narrow streets. In Istanbul's posh neighborhoods, Teslas park beside centuries-old fountains. City life is fast. People work long hours. Commutes can stretch to 2 hours. Students flood cafes to study with friends, while retired men play backgammon in tea houses with wrinkled fingers and sharp tongues. But deep in Anatolia, life is slower, centered around the land, the seasons, the mosque, and the home. Family is sacred. A son might live with his parents until marriage, and sometimes after. Elders are honored. The oldest man at the table speaks last, but is always heard. Turkey is secular in law, but spiritual in breath. The call to prayer, ezan, echoes from every mosque 5 times a day. Even those who don't pray will pause, respectfully. During Ramadan, even non-observing Muslims fast out of solidarity. Streets come alive after sunset, when families gather for iftar, the meal that breaks the fast. Tables stretch down alleys, shared by neighbors and strangers alike. But Turkey is also complicated. On the western coast, women sunbathe freely, bars play techno, and mosques are empty. In the conservative east, women veil their heads, men attend every Friday prayer, and religion shapes daily decisions. Some Turkish women wear hijab with pride, saying it's freedom. Others whisper that they wear it from family pressure. Girls dominate university campuses, but few enter the formal workforce. Many become educated housewives with degrees hung beside wedding photos. Arranged marriages still happen, but so do love marriages, ones kindled in online chats, WhatsApp voice notes, and rooftop glances in crowded cities. Turkish cuisine is more than food. It's the language of love, memory, and honor. The day starts with kahvaltı, Breakfast so rich it can last hours. A table groans under the weight of cheeses, olives, honey, jams, eggs, cured meats, fresh bread, and endless tea. Lunch may be a simple gosling, a stuffed flatbread made by hand by elderly women in roadside cafes. Dinner might be grilled lamb, manti, tiny dumplings in yogurt and garlic sauce, or a shared tray of meze. Cold appetizers eaten slowly, with raki, laughter, and hours of conversation. There's a phrase in Turkish, "Bir kahvenin 40 yıl hatırı vardır." A single cup of coffee carries 40 years of respect. This is not just metaphor, it's the culture. Food is not fuel here, it's family. Hospitality is holy. You'll never leave a home without being fed. And if you refuse a second glass of tea, you've just insulted the host. Behind the surface of beauty lies a complex reality. Did you know? Underground cities. In Cappadocia, early Christians built entire towns beneath the rock, hidden labyrinths with schools, churches, kitchens, and escape tunnels. Economic crisis. The Turkish lira has lost most of its value in just a few years. Staples like bread, eggs, and gas now cost double, sometimes triple. Middle-class families feel hardest. Buying meat is now a luxury for many. Censorship. Tweeting against the president can get you jailed. Many journalists are in prison. Books are banned. Online platforms are regularly blocked or throttled. Earthquake danger. Istanbul sits on a ticking time bomb. A major fault line runs under the Sea of Marmara. Experts say a catastrophic earthquake could strike at any time, endangering over 15 million lives. Wedding gold. At weddings, guests don't give blenders or kitchen sets. They pin gold coins and jewelry directly to the bride's gown, a financial cushion for the new couple. Recep Tayyip Erdogan is not just a president, he's a symbol. To some, he's a protector of tradition, a defender of the rural, religious majority. To others, he's a strongman, a manipulator of democracy. His influence stretches across every part of Turkish life, from education to religion to economics. In 2016, a violent military coup nearly succeeded. Tanks rolled through the streets. Fighter jets bombed parliament. Civilians were urged to resist, and many did. Afterward, mass purges began. Over 100,000 civil servants were fired. Thousands of schools, charities, and media outlets were shut down. Criticism became dangerous. But even in silence, resistance persists. LGBTQ parades, banned across the country, still happen in secret. Women protest every femicide, chanting, singing, and demanding justice. University students defy police bans to speak out against rising tuition and religious interference. Turkey is no longer the purely secular republic Ataturk dreamed of, nor is it the Islamic State some hope to shape. It is in between, fluid, raw, real, and still writing its future. Turkey is not one story. It is a living mosaic. It's the rustle of prayer rugs and the roar of rock concerts. It's the silence of mountain villages and the chaos of Taksim Square. It's the sadness of exiles, the defiance of protesters, the laughter of children playing soccer in dusty fields. It is the hands of a woman kneading dough at dawn and a drone flying over her roof by noon. Wherever you stand, in a mosque courtyard, a smoky tea house, or a rooftop in Galata, you're in the middle of a culture still being shaped. So is Turkey East, West, or something entirely new? That's for you to decide. But one thing is certain. You haven't truly seen the world until you've walked the streets of Istanbul and felt its pulse. If you loved uncovering the layers of Turkey, drop your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more untold stories from places the world misunderstands.